All right, with primary season now over, President Obama is looking to get more involved in the presidential campaign and focus his attention on helping Hillary Clinton in the general election. Should Mr. Trump be sweating about the president and all of his tools at hand? Let's ask Tim Carney. He's a senior political columnist at the Washington Examiner. Hey, Tim, how's it going?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
So the president is just desperate to insert himself into the race. He really can't help himself, can he?
Well, it's interesting because President Obama is amazing at the primary political skill, which is getting people to vote for him. Two gigantic victories running for president. But he hasn't proven any success so far, any of the secondary political skills, such as getting the public to support his legislation or getting people to vote for other people he tells them to vote for. He couldn't do this in 2010. He couldn't do this in 2014. So this is sort of a third time around. Can President Obama sort of pass off some of that Obama ballot box magic to Hillary Clinton? If he does, it would be the first time he's done it.
Well, he knows that Donald Trump is going to campaign ruthlessly against some of the failures of his administration, and so he's going to want to fight him single-handedly. He's also more popular than Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. How does that play into it?
He's not just more popular than both of them. It's just, if you look back over recent or even medium-term political history, we haven't had an exiting president who was even close to this popular. Bill Clinton was far worse. George W. Bush was far worse. You have to go back to Ronald Reagan to find a guy leaving the White House sort of approximately this popular. Part of Obama's popularity, I think, is a contrast to Hillary and Donald Trump, who are kind of the two worst people in all of America, and they happen to be running for president. And so I do think that will help Obama. But in addition to that, the way you have to run against Donald Trump involves a level of mockery, of joviality. These things don't necessarily come naturally to Hillary Clinton, who's not maybe the funnest person at the party. Yeah. Obama, on the other hand, I think he can pull that off.
Yeah, he can, and I think he's a little better at the verbal sparring necessary to take on Donald Trump. Hillary has she's positioned herself as being tough and no nonsense. We'll see how that plays as the general gets closer. The president last night reached out to both Hillary and Bernie. He's resentful of both of them. He's always had a contentious relationship with Hillary Clinton that goes back to 2008, and with Bernie is running against the president's campaign as much as Donald Trump is. So of these two people, who does he resent more?
So I think he got over the Hillary thing from 2008. As you were suggesting, he's a fierce competitor. I mean, people who play basketball with him talk about that. He wants to beat you. Once he beat her, he was fine with her. And, you know, she gave up and she conceded. Bernie Sanders is saying Obamacare, to some extent, was a mistake. This is his pride and joy. But on the other hand, the irony of his resentment towards Bernie is that Obama is stronger with the left than Hillary is. While Obama's kind of seen as, you know, not a total success, Hillary is seen on the left as she's the establishment, the Wall Street type. Yeah. So he might have a better reach into Bernie's camp as far as pulling people over to Hillary. But as you were suggesting earlier, Bernie's kind of running against a bit of Obama's legacy.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And, you know, one of the main things that I'm watching now is Hillary Clinton is so confident about not being indicted. And I'm wondering if she has a side deal with the president. That is, if you preserve my legacy, I will protect you from the Justice Department. Have you heard anything about that, or am I just creating conspiracies out of thin air?
I mean, it's easy to guess what sort of politicization might be going on in the Department of Justice and the FBI. When I talk to FBI people, they always say justice really doesn't like to get involved and interfere with a nomination. In other words, it would have been more likely to indict her had Bernie beaten her, or if they had been able to do it a year ago. But we don't know what's going on inside there. At least I don't. And the fact is, yes, Hillary is acting as if she feels she's pretty safe from any prosecution. But on the other hand, you know, why act any differently?
All right, Tim Carney, thanks so much. It's great to see you. It's been so long.
It's been a while. Thank you.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.